All right, so this is a test, as we were talking about before. You were saying that you had the the Shure SM58. So this is the Shure SM58. This right here is the Neat King Bee. They're both pretty equal distance away from my mouth, and I'm talking down the center so that you'll get an understanding. I will switch from one microphone to the other. Currently, I'm talking on the SM58, and this will give you a reference to what I sound like on this particular microphone. So this is the deal. When I switch my hand, I'll say here, and then next thing you know, I'll point at the other mic. And when I do that, whatever mic I'm pointing at is the mic I am talking into. So this right here is the SM58. And I'm not a singer, so forgive me. Um, you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
You're a mean one.
Mr. Grinch.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
You're.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so there's no post processing or anything in here. As you'll see, I have both microphones hooked up with the same wiring. So they're using the same mic cable. They're both going into my 404 Behringer UMC 404 HD. And the gain is obviously going to be set to try and match it. So this one here is almost at 3 o'clock on the dial, and this one here is only I don't know what, maybe 10 o'clock on the dial. So it's not that much. 48 volts of phantom power is on, and you've already heard the microphones. So this is the SM58. This is the Neat King Bee, and I'm going to talk on this one for a while, so you get an understanding. All right. So what we're talking about right now is that there's some noises going on in this space. I don't know if you can hear it, but that is a little space heater that just came on. This is what it looks like, and that's a space heater. It's making noise in the background. There's a little fan on the laptop, as you can see here. Um, the laptop's in front of me, and I'm recording directly from the microphones into the Behringer and then into Reaper, and I'm recording in Reaper right now. No processing whatsoever. In front of me here, which I'm showing you here, there's just there's no treatment on the walls. This is just unfinished interior wall board in this section, and that goes back behind me all the way. These are newer light reflectors idea, but the whole wall, there's no carpeting underneath my. You can hear the chair. Okay, so uh, go back to this one right now, and so you can hear there's different things going on. I'm just going to take my antenna, maybe my cable for my wire, and you can hear that. And then I'm going to switch back to the 58 and do the same thing. A little rustling in my shirt on the 58, and then we're going to go back to the neat, and we'll do the same thing. So uh, if I were to be making noise on the table in front of me, it's just a little shelf. It's they're just little shelves, and I have it set so they can pull out and in, and maneuver back and forth. Um, so if I were to be typing, um, I don't want to necessarily touch the keys on the computer because I am recording onto that. Um, I'm going to go ahead and shut this heater off so you can listen for it to go off so you can really get a sense for it. Okay, so that's a heater. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play something in the background. So if there is someone in the background uh, playing something.
It doesn't actually matter what kind of mic you're using. For the most part, the people who care are the people who spent the money on their equipment, but still don't feel like they got what they paid for. So they go out looking for something better. Meanwhile, there are people using $50 mics who don't care and just produce content and grow their business regardless. One of the biggest challenges to getting started is all the garbage floating around, from SEO tactics to how to create video, thumbnail, or God knows what else. The right way to comparing X review to Y review.
So that's just a cell phone.
That online reviews are not that
And
thorough
the cell
and never
phone
seem to know
is
what to expect.
playing in the
So
background.
get
So you can
all
see
excited
if I had a
about
video
changing
game
your
playing,
store. Set up your website,
this is what
set
it
up your
sounds like
phone
on the
feed,
Neat,
improve as
and
you
this is
learn
what it
and
would sound
grow.
like on the
If you sit and
58.
watch 100
So
terrible
if you
microphone reviews
wanted to do a
and try to
comparison,
debate whether the Yeti is
and
worthwhile or whether you should pay
it's just a simple sound
$1,000 for a
test.
pro setup,
Hope it
you're just
helps.
not going to.
Okay, so this is a different environment to show a little bit more reverb area. We're in a bathroom. Uh, I've got a laundry room through these little doors right here. So we've got a dryer currently running. Um, we're in the room, so you should be able to hear a little reverb going on, some echo. I got the SM58 and I've got the King Bee here, and we'll be going back and forth between the two. Um, this is a little different. So instead of going into my Behringer 404, I'm going into a Zoom Live Track L8. I've got it set up where I have the as balanced as I can get. I have the two microphones turned up to the same level, or at least as close as I'm going to get via eye on the machine, and I'm recording them in a separate track from each other, and so this will give you an idea. So what I'm going to do is you hear some noise going on, and a lot of it's me talking. And I'm going to clap a couple times so you can hear some reverb in the room. Okay, now I'm going to just be quiet for a second and let you hear like the dryer and all that stuff going on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the dryer off. Uh, and the idea of what I'm going to show you in this demonstration is that there are some sounds that happen in the house. In this case, it's pretty close by. But what I'm going to do is I'm in a room that has no treatment on any of the walls. There's no real furniture in here to take any of the sound. And what I'm going to do is there's nothing on the floor, nothing on the ceiling, doors here, doors here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the tape really quick, and I'm going to take just 4 moving blankets. I'm going to place a moving blanket using this door here. I'm going to put a moving blanket using it over these door here, and I'm going to put one on the floor. So one there, one there, one there, and then I'm going to put one off the mirror over here. So I'm just going to create just on the back side of me something to take a little bit of it, and then we'll do another reverb test just to see how it works out. All right, so this is now with just the 4 moving blankets put in place. Uh, one blanket on this side, one blanket on that side, one blanket on the door behind me, and one on the floor down below. And I think you'll be able to notice that the reverb of this particular room is reduced a little bit. So what we're going to do is just give a nice little clap, and we'll hear how it helps. All right, so I am hearing a metal tinge, which could be coming from a vent, but that's one of the vibrations that happens is metal. So if you do see things that are metal, you might want to coat them or cover them up. A towel, a simple towel over little metal grills or grits or pieces or whatever. Even your mic stand, you might look at it with the idea of trying to get some of the silence of that metal. It does pick up vibration in the air, and you get that kind of sound vibration that might be going into it. So anyhow, there's a test just with a couple little blankets thrown around. You can use comforters, you can use towels, you can use blankets from your bed, multiple blankets, so on and so forth. Get a few clips, you can hang them all over the place. So it's just a cheap little thing. You can also record in your closet, and this is the SM58. And this is the King Bee, and same idea. All right. There's your test. Hopefully it helps.